So lately, I've been hearing this question everywhere. Is this whole AI thing a bubble? People compare it to the dot-com era. Others say AI is the biggest shift since the internet. And honestly, I got curious. So I spent some time digging into actual numbers, revenue, profits, valuations, just to see what's really going on. Let's look at it together. So, is AI overhyped? Are valuations too high? Or is there real business behind all this? I wanted to know, so I started with the companies that are driving most of the AI momentum. And when you look at the data, it gets interesting. I asked myself, if this was really a bubble, would the numbers support all the excitement? Nvidia's revenue didn't grow by the usual 10 to 20%. It grew 94% year over year, and their AI chip division grew 112%. That's not a guess, that's actual sales going on out the door. Microsoft. Azure grew 30%, and Microsoft said AI alone added several percentage points to that growth, which is pretty big for a cloud business. Google Cloud grew 34% and their long-term cloud contracts jumped to $155 billion, a good amount linked to AI workloads. Seeing these numbers, I started wondering, is this hype or is something real happening underneath? So I kept going. Is this another dot-com situation? Whenever people mention a bubble, it usually goes back to 1999. So I compared the valuations. Dot-com era, 60 to 70x forward earnings. Most companies had no profit. Many had no product. Today, Microsoft is trading at 25x, Alphabet 23x, Nvidia 28x, all profitable, all generating cash. The numbers like these make me think, okay, this doesn't look like the 1999 situation, but that's just the public companies. What about the startups? The startups are a different story. This is where things get a bit more mixed. OpenAI. They went from basically zero revenue a few years ago to around a $13 billion run rate, which is massive growth. Anthropic. They jumped from a 1 billion run rate to 7 billion really fast. Again, that's huge. And most of these companies are burning a lot of money because training AI model isn't cheap. So I started thinking, maybe the bubble concerns come more from this side, not the big companies. How do you tell if something is really a bubble? Usually, a bubble happens when prices go way beyond actual performance. So I tried to check that. Here's what I found. Revenue is real and growing. Profit is real, especially for the big players. Customer demand is high. Companies are using their own cash, not debt, to invest in AI. But some startup valuations definitely look stretched. So it's not black and white. There's real substance, but also some areas that could be overheated. After going through everything, I started asking myself, is the entire AI market a bubble, or are just a few parts overvalued? Based on the data, at least for now, the core of the AI industry seems to be supported by real business results. The risky zones, mostly smaller companies and late stage startups with huge valuations but not much revenue yet. So what's the answer? Is AI a bubble? I'd say the overall market doesn't look like one. There are pockets that feel overhyped for sure. But the foundation, the big companies, the real revenue, that part looks pretty solid. And of course, this is all based on what the data shows right now. Things can always change. Alright, that's what I found. If you want more easy breakdowns like this, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching Tech Central. See you in the next one.